Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and my very first competition vlog. So you may see me, I'm still kind of in my pajamas because I not long ago woke up and I'm a bit feral, but I thought I'd take you along for the ride. So today we are doing my very first competition of the year, which is just a small hunter trial, and I'm taking Precious, who is my Brumby Challenge horse. So she's roughly been out of the wild been in training from being completely wild 135 days, I think it is. I worked it out. So this is her very first competition with other horses. I've ridden her out on trails and I've taken her to a different area just like with one of my other horses, but she's never been anywhere with other horses. So this will be really cool and exciting to see how she goes and how she handles it before she eventually gets sold. And I thought I would take you a little bit along for the ride because I've got to do a few things before I go. I've got to go into town to get some, I've got to go to the vets to get some dog food for one of my dogs, and I've got to get some horse food for everybody else, and then I've got to go back into a different town to get my numbers printed off because with COVID restrictions, apparently the event organisers aren't printing off numbers anymore, so I have to go do that, and I haven't done that yet. And right now I have to feed the horses and go and check on my foal. So I was actually up at 4 o'clock this morning with my dog wanting to go for a wee, so I was out at 4 o'clock this morning checking on my foal because I am a little stressed that something's gonna happen to him, so I'm constantly checking him. So at 4 o'clock this morning I was up and ready and checking him, and now it's time to feed everybody and make sure everybody is happy and healthy. So let's get to it. There, he's a bit lame, a bit footsore because he's got his front shoes taken off, and then Sonny's had his hay, Red's got his hay when he comes down, he's up there somewhere. Oh, and my water is overflowing. Jeez, quick, turn it off. Oh, wrong way. There we go. I thought that was going to take longer to go up because it normally does. So the water has overflowed into my cart. Yummy! Alright. Try and take this out. Oh, that's just fabulous. Sorry, young heart. We still have plenty of water in this. So, because I don't have taps up the back, this is how I get water to Big Mama and Baby. She's got her feed here too. She gets a bit of hay and some wood feed, and I'm going to put her into a smaller yard because Baby's got his tendons are a little relaxed, and yesterday he wasn't really cooperating with following Mum. Mum just kind of had to follow him around because he was like only a few hours old. So now he's got the idea that that's his mum. So we're going to go up and move them. They are in a small yard anyway, like a small paddock, but oh, there he goes, he's trotting off. I don't know if you can see him. We'll see if he listens to his mother. Anyway, let's get there. And they're following quite well. I've got a water bucket. Come on, Biz. Come on, Biz. I don't think she's gonna come. Oh well. Give her a fish. Okay, so I've got the yard set up a little better. And when I come out to move him just before, he was lying down. So he's standing up again. So let's see if Mama, will follow her food bucket and come down to the yard. And see if Baby will follow. Hey, Biz. Still got some food. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on, Biz. Come on. So maybe go all the way back and get a halter. She's like, what? The baby's drinking. Come on. He'll stop. Come on, Biz. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Yeah, good girl. That's it. Come on. Come on. Here. You can drink down here. Come on. Stop hands. Good girl. Come on. Biz, come on. Good girl. Come on. Busy. Come on, Biz. Come on. Busy. Come on. Start walking and he'll follow you. Come on. Come on, Biz. I'll take it down here anyway. I'll grab a rope. See if I can lead her. Update you in a minute. So it worked. I got them down here into the little yard. So they're here. Hey, baby. How you doing? How you doing? So we still don't really know kind of what we're going to call him yet, but we have, I think we've narrowed it down to 2 names that we're going to try out over the next week and see what one he best suits. So name update reveal will come a little later. But so he's got this little yard here, kind of goes to there, and it kind of just goes up to there, and they can go into the stable. So he's kind of unrestricted movement, but you know, he's little, so it's kind of a big area for him. But as you can see, he's just a little relaxed, so we just want him to not do huge hoons everywhere. So that's why he's in here. Hey, young boy. Hey, boy. What you doing, little kid? It's like, oh, that's exciting. What's in there? You've got another bit of grass stuck in your chinnigan hairs, hey? Hey, young boy? He's like, I know, but they just get so milky. So he's got 2 back socks and a front sock. And he's doing really good. He looks really healthy and he's acting healthy and he's doing everything he should be doing, so we're pretty happy with him. All the other horses are smitten with him, but this is the little baby. So I've just given them some breakfast, and before I go to the competition I'll come back up here again and give Busy's the mum. I'll give her some more hay before I go. And now they've got an undercover area too, which they had this already, but they'll use it a little bit more because Baby won't be able to go too far away. So yeah, next thing's next. I've got to get back, have a quick shower, and then go and run my errands. But there's a little fall video for you guys. Okay, so I'm dressed and I'm ready to go. First stop on this list is the horse food shop. So I'm a little bit behind time. It is almost 11:30. So let's get going. So I've just gotten the horse food, it's in the back of my car, and now I'm here at the vet's and I am gonna go and get some dog food. So I got my trusty mask because masks are mandatory in Victoria, so let's go to it. So I've got dog food, horse food, now I have to go to all the way into Geelong to get my numbers printed out. So it's now 12 o'clock and I've got an hour and a half to get home and loaded and out of here. So let's do this. So just been to Officeworks. I've got my number here, 112. So now I just gotta get home and get going. It hooked up and to my car. Now I'm just gonna get changed and then I gotta catch Precious and load her up. So get ready to go, guys. Here we go. Okay guys, so I've just walked, well kind of half walked, half watched the cross country and the show jumping. So I'll flip you around. So that's the show jumping out there. As you can see. And then the cross country kind of like goes out this way. And then it goes right around, right out to the back. So my mother bear is going to get some good videos for me and we're just going to see how she goes. So we first started off with the show jumping, and the first time she did come into that jump, which was the very first jump of the course, she did stop and have a look at it, which is fine. So we just reapproached, and that was the second time she jumped, like she reapproached, and she jumped it perfectly. And I've just got to remember, and everyone else has to remember, that this is her very, very first time seeing poles of different colours. At home I have one jump that is white, so to see these different colours and different wing shapes and all those fills that are out to the side, they're quite scary. And also coming down this line, you're kind of coming towards people. There was quite a few people standing along the fence line, and for wild horses, seeing different people is a huge experience for them. Once they get to know one person, they get really good with that one person, and then you've kind of got to introduce them to new people all the time to try and really grow their confidence in every human. But I really liked how she trotted around and popped over everything, and after she'd have a look at them, she was more than happy to try it, so I was super pleased. And I was actually really pleased with this, that she jumped this double, because she'd never jumped like 2 jumps in a row ever. So have 2 jumps quite close together is a huge deal for her. And then I got a bit lost, so I kind of pulled her around because I was going the wrong way, so had to go back and try it again. And this jump here had the horses on the side, and she was just like, she come around that corner and saw the horses and she's like, no thank you. So I take her up to the jump, let her have a look at it, let her show her that nothing's gonna hurt her, and then we reapproach and she jumps it like a little good girl. Good pony. And then this last jump, because she was kind of like cantering a little bit and then going a bit too fast, she kind of came around the corner and saw it at the last minute, so that's kind of why she stopped. She saw the people beside it and she got a little distracted, which is fine. She's all new at this, so I let her have it, let her have a look, then just reapproached and tried it again. And she jumps it beautifully. And then that was the last jump of the show jumping, so then we had to go out onto the cross country course. So we got a good little trot happening here, and then we come to the gate, which I don't think the video shows, but we come to the gate to go out to the cross country, and there was someone standing there, so she's like, whoop, just give me a moment to realise they're not the scary person. So this is the second jump on the cross country course, and to be honest, they were quite big. Like, well, that was like probably the smallest of the whole course, and all the cross country jumps are really big. There is a smaller option to every jump, and we didn't jump the smaller option, we jumped like the next size up. Here I got lost again, so I'm trotting around, I'm like, where am I going? But that jump that we just trotted past with the blue number on it, that's where I had to go. So we come around, and she jumps this jump really, really nicely. I was really proud of her. And then this second jump was actually quite skinny, so she just was like asking if she really had to jump it. So I think she has another stop here, and I kind of have to tell her, no, we are jumping this. This is the one that you have to go over. Yeah, so she tries just having a little moment. So I make sure that she reapproaches and make sure she doesn't run out to the side. Then we come back around, and she jumps it really well. I do just have to say that there is a park right along that cross-country course, and there was heaps of people running, so a lot of the time she'd get kind of distracted by them, and they would move her focus away from the jumps. Then she'd sometimes have to stop because of that. Now this jump is the biggest jump on course. It was huge, and you had to go undercover to get to it. So she had a little stop, but then she comes back around, reapproaches for the second time, and jumps it beautifully. I'm so proud of her try and her ability to jump these things, because trust me, they're not that small, they're like pretty big. And here she is going through the water. So I've only ever taken her through puddles on the trail, and every time she goes through a puddle, like, we kind of stop, which I need to work on. So she thought she was able to stop and have a bit of a splash, but I had to kind of kick her up and say, come on, keep going. And then we come to this jump up on the hill here, and there was people and young kids running and screaming and playing, so she got really distracted by them and then had a bit of a stop at this jump. But then she comes back around once the kids have run off, and she jumps it really, really nicely. I was really proud of her. Well, she jumped it a bit funny, but she did pretty well. And then she kind of walked up that hill because those people on that jump were very scary for her, so she just needed time to look at them. And then we come down the hill, and then there's a little ditch down here, and she steps over it really nicely. And I was just talking to my mum. Mum was asking me to slow down and like make sure that she could catch up. I was like, Mum, we're going slow anyway, don't worry about how fast we're going. So this is her first time seeing tyres, so she has a little stop, has a little look. I let her walk up to them, have a little sniff, give her a pat, and then we reapproach, and she comes around and jumps both of them really well. I was actually quite surprised. I thought she'd jump one and then she'd kind of have a bit of a run out at the second because it was on quite an angle, but she comes around and jumps it beautifully. So I wasn't prepared for her to jump it at all, so I don't really jump it that well with her, but I was really proud of how she did. And then this jump actually was a brush ditch. It had a little ditch in front of it, which I didn't realise until we got right up to it. So that's what that little spook was. She was just a little bit, oh my goodness, there's actually something in front of it. It's not just a jump. So we come back around, and I think she has another stop at it. I'm pretty sure she has 2 stops. Yeah. So I just take her up to it, make sure she stands in front of it, has a look at it, give her a bit of a pat, and then she comes around and she jumps it really nicely the third time. Yeah, she was really good. She had a little look, but she jumped it really well. And then this is the very last jump on the course, so we have to jump up onto the bank. And she does that super well, and then we have to go down a little hill, and then we trot through the finish. She walks down the hill. She's so cute, I love her. But yeah, I was so proud of her, how she did. She was just a little superstar. I'm so happy with her. She was just, oh, I can't even explain it. I was so proud. So we've just finished, and Precious was awesome. So she's there. And we got eliminated, obviously, because like there was heaps of people, and the people are really scary. But she jumped all the jumps that were out there, and there was even a brush ditch and a little ditch and a few other things, and I nearly fell off a few times, but that's okay. But she was really awesome. She was just like a little spooky, and just spooky of the people, not even the jumps or anything. It was just spooky of the people that were around the jumps. So we've got something to work on. She did the show jumping really well. She's got such a great jump on her. But yeah, so now we're just giving her a hose and see if she wants some water. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Precious's very first competition. She did super well for only being out of the wild 125 days. I couldn't have expected anything more. I was super proud that she never got too scared, that she just said, no, I can't do this. She tried all of the jumps, and she just did a really awesome job. I am so proud of the little horse. So that's it for this video. If you like it, please give us a like. Make sure you subscribe, as it really helps me out. And also, if you want, please give it a share. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye!